everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you are hearing me. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class. Episode number 150 something. Do you remember, peace, big up on yourself. You understand? My apologies for being a little bit tired with the time again. I think of peace. A lot of things to do. Very limited time. We're there. Trust that everyone has been having a wonderful weekend, especially considering the fact that I did not stream Friday night. So I explain that. But we're there, ready to talk about some things we have at Jam Down, Jam Rock, Jamaica Land We Love, Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, and Vibes Cartel. I think of peace. Big up on yourself. On Friday, I was not able to stream as I would have taken my fourth form geography group on a field trip to St. Elizabeth. And as such, I arrived home way late than the stream would have been. You understand? So with the here, peeps, a couple of things before I start. I should have been having 3 guests this evening. Should have been having Corporal Kevin Gray, that is Smooth, the person who I dubbed Jamaica's most professional cop. I should also have had Sergeant Kevin Watson, the noble cop. Don't think he will be here tonight because of some school commitments and stuff. And I should have had Elon Parkinson, somebody from Digicel. I would have spoken to him at length on a particular day throughout this week, and he would have promised that he would make himself available for this stream. I slipped up and I did not remember to collect his number because we were communicating via email until he called and such. So I try to get Smooth earlier again and man I get him either. So hopefully Smooth will be here sometime throughout the stream, and as such we'll bring him on. You understand me? I say peace, big up on yourself. Lawless, my brother. Manners and respect in a bro. You know, we appreciate that something there. All of the people them in the building, all of the people them checking in. Big up on yourself, you know what I think go. So peace, I could get up and running now. I was just happening look while. Yeah, peace, I could get up and running now, you know what I think go. You see me? Don't use that. I don't want to use that. You see me? Let me pull up that something. A portion of things go on I had since the last time we talk. A portion of things. Now look a bit at things, crocus bag of things. So we're going to talk about some things. I'm trying to limit the time for the stream tonight. But it won't look like, say, it might be on the lengthier side of things. See why this not open? Boom. Come on now, don't do me that. Yeah, peeps, so among those issues are... Oh, let me fix this. See? Among the issues that would have been a part of public discussion throughout the week is the situation the Roe Cup situation, mobile reserve situation, the little 11-year-old girl that was found raped and murdered. Naturally, me now, thank you so much, Empress, really and truly. Appreciate the generosity and the thoughtfulness, and above all, I appreciate your continued support. That mean, big up yourself, bro. Manners and respect. You see me? What am I looking for? That's not it. Alright, peace. Give me a minute while I sort out something. Miss Claudette Kerr, thank you so much, Empress. Really and truly appreciate the thoughtfulness, the generosity, and your continued support. Really appreciate it. Boom. Open. Alright, peace. So up and running there now. So I could start at something, And peace, we kind of do the shout out thing during the stream again per se. We kind of leave that to the end of the stream, but big up on yourself. We know the people them there, and we appreciate the support and things. So, no feel no way if me not call the name after your show. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, Trelawny police list the parish's 4 most wanted men. I would have also done a video on that yesterday morning. Detectives assigned to the Trelawny division have listed 4 men as wanted, and are urging them to turn themselves in by tomorrow, Monday, May the 6th. Yeah, they are Lascelles Wright. Look like he's a grandfather. I don't know him yet still, but you understand? I look up at China me and you rush good enough. You know what I think? Zane, O.C. Bayer or Stella. I don't know a man answer to people calling him Stella still. You understand what I say? But I feel him think that. You see me? Of Tyre District in Trelawny, and is wanted for murder. You understand? Like folder scratch out the part of my head right here. So But that's how you go. You understand? He's wanted for murder, or the murder of Jason Sinclair, that was committed on Tuesday, January 22nd of this year in the above mentioned district. Next on the list is Rayon Russell of Felicity Road in Montego Bay, St. James. He's wanted for the murder of Albert Mowat, committed on Wednesday, March 20th, along Market Street in Falmouth. Zane. Renard Gale, otherwise called CJ of Hague in Trelawney, who is wanted for 3 counts of wounding with intent, committed on Sunday, April 28th, about 4:10 p.m. in Martabray. And Nickel Pinnock of West Road, Kingston 12, he's wanted for the murder of Owen Green, committed on Thursday, March 28th, in Kinloss District, Clarkstown, Trelawney. So out of the four, 3 are wanted for murder. One is wanted for 3 cases or 3 wounding with intent, 3 counts of wounding with intent. So you know what, all of the people that I check in, big up on yourself. Don't get upset if I not call a name. Yeah, that's what I said. Just give me a little time, please. Where's me not stream Friday? Miss Lorna Sawyers, good evening, mommy. It's great to see you. See me? So peeps, the Trelawney police, them say them want them for Umbria by 5 o'clock tomorrow, 6 o'clock tomorrow. One of them time the tomorrow. You understand? So the man them do the right thing and make a one step. You understand what I say? And thing. On Monday of this week, a state of emergency, of public emergency, was declared by the Prime Minister and his security advisors, who would be the Minister of National Security, Horace Chang, the head of the Jamaica Defence Force, Rocky Mead, Colonel Rocky Mead, and Police Commissioner, we soon talk about the Commissioner, Major General Anthony Anderson, would have declared a state of emergency for the western parishes of St. James, Westmoreland, and Hanover. We know that a state of emergency was declared on January 14th last year in St. James, and it would have run for a year when it was discontinued because the People's National Party would have pulled their support, saying it is unconstitutional and people's human rights were being violated. Additionally, they were saying that the government, within a year, had failed to bring a national crime fighting plan to the country, and that a state of emergency is not a crime plan, and so on. The PNP had valid concerns, I will admit to that, but I was not one of those who was in agreement that the SOE should have been lifted when it was lifted. Yes, the SOE cannot be indefinite and it cannot continue forever. And yes, it is not a crime fighting plan, but it is a tool, a necessary tool that is available to the security forces at a time when drastic measures are needed. But we'll soon talk about that. Along with the SOE in St. James, a SOE was declared in March of last year again for St. Catherine North, focusing mainly on the areas of Linseed, Spanish Town, and the environs, which would have reported vast a number of murders up to that point last year and prior to that. And it is also believed that two of the countries' major gangs are in operation within the space, and as such, they would have declared one for St. Catherine North. One was also declared for parts of the corporate area, and all 3 would have come to an end. There was also a Zozo in operation in Mount Salem, running in conjunction with the SOE, along with a Zozo in Denham Town that was scaled down after a while. So the People's National Party, as I said earlier, decided that it was not something that they were willing to support anymore, and as such they pulled their support. Subsequently, we see where 40 persons would have been murdered in St. James since the start of the year. This is a parish that would have seen a 70% reduction in murders last year compared to 2017, when 335 Jamaicans were murdered in the second, not just the second city, but in St. James. And as such, Westmoreland would have been a problem. Westmoreland was the second, the parish with the second or first highest murder figures last year, I think, between Westmoreland and Clarendon. And Hanover was not far behind. And as such, the Prime Minister in the declaration of the SOE stated that the security advisors, mainly the Commissioner of Police and head of the Jamaica Defence Force, would have suggested to him that a state of emergency was warranted in the Western parishes, and as such, they would have mobilized and declare same. Initially, it is for 14 days. It was declared on Monday last, Zane, and it is initially for 14 days. I am sure that the PM will go to Parliament seeking the support of the People's National Party to get an extension. Normally, the extension is first for 3 months and then 3 months period. So, make we see. I, however, must publicly give the People's National Party credit for the fact that they have come out and in no uncertain terms pledge their support for the current SOE, as they are saying that the situation in the West warrants a national response and that they are in support of the SOE. However, they are still adamant that the Prime Minister and whosoever advises him as it relates to security need to come to the country with an official crime plan for the long term. They are also saying that it cannot be an indefinite SOE, and I am in agreement with that. They are also saying that people's rights must be protected, and as such, the security forces must operate in such a way where they do not infringe on persons' rights. Yeah, that is kind of conflicting, as I know that as per SOE, it says that the police are given extraordinary powers and some rights of citizens may be suspended. So we have to bear that in mind as well. And in a video that I did detailing the pros and cons of the SOE, as per my opinion, I would have stated that in order to get anything in life, you must give up something. You understand what I say? And I am one Jamaican, and as I say in the video, if you don't watch it, you need to go and check it out. I know some people say, teacher, you can go and shut off your face, because you were never affected by the SOE. You understand? You never lose your job or lose employment opportunity, or your human rights were violated and trampled upon. And yes, me get that. And for the persons who were exposed to said conditions, it is really and truly sad. It is sad that the country had to reach there, but the reality is that many of those persons, if them are not criminal, them are friends and family members who them know say are criminal too. You understand what I say? And the reality is that no great nation in this world, on this planet, has achieved what they have achieved without making sacrifices somewhere along the line. You understand what I say? So if it is dependent on me to give up a few of my rights for the short term, for the long term goal, personally, I don't have an issue with that. I don't mind 30 checkpoints on the road and then pull down every vehicle and search them. I don't have an issue with that. You understand what I say? Because in order to get good, knows have to run, brother. You see what I say? So the long and short of the story is that the SOE would have been declared, and as I said, for the parishes of St. James, Westmoreland and Hanover, initially for 14 days. They would have released the rules of engagement and closing times of businesses and what have you. You understand what I say? I hope that they would have learned their lessons from the mistakes that they would have made in the previous 3 SOEs, and as such, it will be more efficient. And I also pointed out in that video that for me, the success of an SOE is not dependent on the decline in the murder rate per se. Yes, that is critical. However, if I was to grade the success of an SOE, it would be based on a number of things. One, fine, the reduction in the murder rate. One. Secondly, the amount of illegal guns and ammunition that are confiscated and removed from the hands of criminals. 2. 3. The number of violence producers and wanted men who are 1. Apprehended. 2. Brought in front of the court, apprehended and charged. 2. Brought in front of the courts, and if the evidence is there, they are convicted and sentenced. Zine? That are 3. And 4, social intervention to ensure that these communities are rebranded. You understand? They are given hope. Zine, tear down all of the zinc fence them and make them realize, so look here, man, One might see yourself as a particular way, but we want to see all of you as Jamaicans. And enough social intervention is put in place where there's not a reoccurrence, or a relapse after the SOE would have ended. That is how I would want to grade the success or failure of an SOE. Not just to say there was a 70% reduction in murders. Because yes, that is the short term, but what is the long term? You understand what I'm saying? No, Fireblaze, I came on 4:33. See? Candy Diamond is asking if I heard the thing about Elaine Thompson. I would have read the article. Based on, personally, I am calling it to say it is fake, fictitious. I do not think there is any truth to the situation. As a matter of fact, I was let me see if I can play that thing here. See? Why not play? I don't know. See? So I can find our IG page and so on post. So for the persons who are curious as to what the Elaine situation is, there's an article that was posted on a Canadian based site that says that she would have drowned along with a lifeguard while on a fishing trip in Canada. And think Elaine, let me try to pull up our Instagram page. See? So when she post, I don't know. 3 days ago. So I don't know still. Mine, I think it is fake still. If it wasn't fake, it would have been breaking news all across the media houses. See? Fake article. She posted something on her IG. I look on her IG and now still in her family and I not really see much. Unless it's in one of them, it probably in this. She want to look a dog like. You understand? I don't see nothing still. I see look a dog. You see me? So I not find the post royal. Yeah, peace. But as I said, that would be breaking news. Not just Jamaica, but internationally. Elaine Thompson, in her rights, is a superstar. And as such, that would be a global thing. CNN, BBC, Fox, everywhere they have that. You understand what I said? Not to mention Glean and Observe and them place the Loop and the Good Old Star. You know what I mean? So that is just my instincts telling me and common sense suggesting that that is fake. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. I'm gonna try to find Smooth again. See? Them something there. Call it. So yeah, peeps. So as for the SOE, I am in agreement with any policy or program that aims to improve the current situation that exists. Any policy or program that is aimed at wresting the country from the grips of criminals and criminal elements as per Renita Adams. Zane, and no policy or no program will be perfect. No policy or no program will be accepted by everyone. No policy or program will be comfortable for the persons being directly affected. But the reality is that I would prefer suffer the discomfort from a SOE than from criminals kicking down my door and killing my family. It's just my opinion on the matter that. You understand what I say? So some persons will say, okay, their business will lose money, but then now when they lose 3 persons out of your family, isn't you losing some money out of your business versus losing 3 family members a no-brainer? You understand what I say? Isn't losing some money out of your business than preventing your little girl from being kidnapped, raped, and murdered a no-brainer? Isn't losing some money out of your business compared to not being able to look through your window or walk out of your house or go somewhere without the fear of never returning home alive a no-brainer? You understand? So, I'm not get this alabaloo about inconvenience and criminals, the most inconvenient scourge in this country. So, why is it when the police force is doing things and there's a little inconvenience, it is so detrimental to survival? Isn't that inconvenience being provided by the security force far more tolerable than the inconvenience being presented by criminals. You understand what I say? Something that me not get it still. But me is just one youth. We probably don't know much, and it's just my opinion on the matter that still. You understand? I would also, with my little voice, beseech, beg, implore the security forces, be it the military or the JCF, to understand that yes, it is tough policing, but at the end of the day, as Jamaicans, we are human beings, we are brothers and sisters, and law-abiding Jamaicans are in support of the thing. And there are some criminal elements that needed to be rooted out. But in the quest for justice, in the quest to contain, to reduce crime and criminality in this country, we need to understand that there is something called extrajudicial killings, and we need to, as best as possible, avoid those things. You understand? If you don't have enough evidence to detain a man for forever, you can't do that neither. But I'm sure the powers that be would have assessed and reflect on the three previous SOEs, and they would have taken their licks, and they are now better able to manage another SOE. I am hoping. Me are going on good faith. You understand what I say? What shall we do now? Subsequent to the declaration of the SOE, a number of rounds of ammunition were seized in out west. So guns and ammo seized, 30 detained in the west. Yeah? Okay. So me Corporal Gray finally I respond. Father Smooth, you're missing in action, brother. The people them are wait for you. Where you there? So guns and ammo seized, 30 detained in the west. A firearm and several rounds of ammunition were recovered by members of the security forces during the state of emergency operation or a state of emergency operations in the parish of Westmoreland a day after the SOE was declared. The state of emergency were imposed for 3 parishes, as I said earlier. Good evening to the persons who are joining us for the first time. Good evening to the persons who are shouting me out. My sincere apologies for not responding to those. But just kind of limit the shout outs on a little level until close to the end of the stream. So my sincere apologies for that. We have seized a semi-automatic pistol and several rounds of ammunition in Broughton District, Little London. Head of the Corporate Communications Unit, arm of the JCF, Delia Garrick, said. She also stated that they were processing a total of 30 persons who have been picked up across 3 parishes. She said that the persons picked up will be released within 24 hours unless they have further investigative interest in said persons. Fair enough. Garrick said that the security forces have a customer service telephone line for persons who want to contact the police for information about the SOE and such. So, not bad. Since the SOE would have ended in Montego Bay, a number of persons would have been murdered using the gun. How in 1 year so many guns were still in the hands of criminals in Montego Bay? Is there something that needs to be adjusted or modified as it relates to the searching capabilities of the JCF? Corporal Kevin Gray saying that he is ready, so I will attempt to pull him into the stream as soon as I can. And for the persons who might not be familiar with the name, Corporal Kevin Gray is Mr. Smooth, the man who I dubbed the most professional police officer in Jamaica. I suppose I could have used the most polite, but professional kind of have one little bit of ring to it, and it will draw people attention more and more and more. So let me set up my hearing aid. Well, I joke, it's not an hearing aid, it's a headphone. I use it when I take calls on the program. So let's make sure it's everything plug in and clock in and thing. So I'm gonna try contact the boss and hope say everything good. See? Do you want to use audio device? Or you might call me, do not use that. Take that call there. So. Father Smooth.
Hello?
Bigger boss.
Big boss.
Well, go on. Hold on. Let me check. Cause I'm nah.
Not hearing you.
Yeah, hold on there. Hold on.
Like my camera, my mic.
Hold up. There's a problem with your microphone. Connect another microphone. Update your drivers. Come on. I can't bother with all of that, you know. Zane. Close this, sir. Sir Gray. Sir Gray, you know, some need for have good internet. Yeah, you hear me, boss? Hold on. Boom. Default microphone. Scarlett Solo. Boom. Now that a speaker. Microphone. Boom. Hold on, my boss. Zane.
Hello?
Speaker. Jabra Elite. Sir Gray, you hear me now?
Clear. Strength 5. That's
I
mean
said
loud and
clear.
clear.
And hold on. Let me check with the audience to see if they are hearing me before me put you through. Yeah?
Very well. Very well.
Wait, you look relaxed, brother. And if you sit up like a soldier and talk to the people, I'm tell you. All
Yes, all
right.
right. Yes. I'm here.
I'm going to put you through in a few.
Yes.
Hold this again. Yeah, man. So you need to introduce yourself to the massive now, please and thanks.
Yes. I'm ready. I'm
Yeah,
on
man.
now.
Ready, man. You're there. You're live, man. First and foremost,
Teacher.
brother, big up yourself. Welcome to the stream. You don't know, say you're part of your family, you know, so you know a thing go. But you need to say hello to the people before we start talking. You know what I mean?
Hello, everyone. Teach them family. This is Kevin Gray, Corporal, affectionately called Smooth.
Mr. Smooth himself.
Good to be here. Good to be here. Good to be here.
So
Good
good
to
to
be
be
here.
here.
I,
So, bro,
I, I, I am on now.
yeah, man, go ahead, man. You can go ahead and speak.
I, I must tell all the viewers, Jamaica, worldwide, my colleagues, I must say that I am pleased for the words of encouragement at this time. And prior to any issue that may have arrived since past few days, I must tell you that of the persons in this organization, they are noble people. They are honest and hardworking people, I must say. And I must ask the wider public, Jamaica, right across the world, to continue believing in the organization of the brand JCF and its member. And I'm assuring our people that if whatever is happening, transparency and accountability, action will be taken. That's all I can say in relation to whatever is happening. Because I know people would want to say, ask me if I cannot speak on the issue or the situation because of what is happening. But I can say, let us wait up the smoke. And when everything has been cleared, then the issue will be addressed accordingly and swiftly, I must say.
Sir Kevin, your internet, no professional like you, my boss. I don't know what go on with it, you know, so you kind of break. But let me just paraphrase what you said before we go on. I know that
Oh,
persons would be interested to hear Corporal Gray speak about the recent incident in Spanish Town, but you can appreciate the fact that it is very sensitive. It is currently under investigation. He's still an active member of the force, and he would not be permitted to speak on said incident at this point in time. So we'll be discussing different issues. But I really appreciate the fact that you are saying to persons that despite what you are hearing, despite what you are seeing, they are still hardworking, professional members in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and you are vouching for the JCF and suggesting that due process will follow and investigations will be conducted, and who is to be held accountable shall be held accountable. Well, that is what I got from that. So hopefully I did you justice in saying all
that's
of that.
that's what I'm saying.
All right. So,
I'm saying,
Sir Gray.
teach him. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Okay, my
saying.
boss. Blessings. So,
Yes.
Sir Gray, first and foremost, why did you become a police officer?
You know what? I'm from the community of Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13. And it's either two things. It's either you take the route of gangs or you try to make good of yourself. But I couldn't venture in the gang part of it because my father was a stern man. He's now deceased. But my father was a stern, he was a serious disciplinarian. So he was there for all my life to guide me. It's just when I became an officer, I left his home. So most of my life I would have spent with him, living in the same household and eventually the same yard. So it's basically that. So I just wanted to make a change. My colleagues, my friends, they would have just want to see a role model, a change. Because as I said, I would have known some of my friends, and person would have getting involved in serious criminal activities. And as I said, even if I wanted to do that, my father couldn't have
Boss your ass.
that. My father is a serious man in relation to discipline. Yes.
So, how rewarding has it be for you being a member of the JCF? Not
I,
not
I,
not financially rewarding, no. Because we
I,
know say as
understand,
teachers and police, you don't really make a whole heap of money still. I no secret that, you
I,
understand?
I understand, but I must say this. All my life, this is my desire. All my life. I'll tell you a story. You know that I used to work as a security guard. And while I was there, person was saying that, so this work is not for you. You need to go back to school. And this work is just not for you. The way you speak, the way you're far more intelligent than security guard. Nothing is wrong with it, but I'm saying that, you know what, I believe so. And I went back to school. I went to UA, do some subject and undergrad, and then, whilst I was there trying to my personal development, um, I did the police test. I did the police test twice in my early age when I was attending high school. And then afterwards, I was encouraged by someone who saw me. My friend, he would have spent several years behind bars for serious crime. He saw me and said, my father is affectionately called Bigger back then. So he saw me on the roadside and said, Bigger boy, yo, you look like police. So I said to him, no, I'm not a policeman, I'm a security guard. The man said, security guard, the man caused some colorful words. I said, listen, man, a ton policeman, man, you look like a police. And that gave me the impetus and the encouragement to go back and do the test. And as they would say, that was history, just because of his words. And all my life, I want to become a police officer. And it was not easy. It's 2 years after teach them. When when I would have done the test, they called me 2 years after. I used to live at the admin block of the police academy. I would leave work, beg my supervisor on my lunch break to go to the academy just to check up on my file because I was waiting 2 years. You understand? And I can remember Inspector Tuari back then. She was like, I said, don't come back here and run from the office in a good way because she said that I am going to call you. I believe that when I should locate your file, I would have called you. And I can tell you, teach them the day when she called me. I was working at a Monarch Pharmacy in Sovereign, and she called me. That was one of the best thing ever happened to me all my life. I was I was elated, and then I told the manager of the pharmacy. You're hearing me clearly, teacher.
Yeah,
You're
man,
hearing me
I'm hearing
clearly.
you, man. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
I told the manager of the pharmacy, and she was saying that, but they're killing police, so why you want to go there? Because it was early 2000. And I said, you know what? I want to make a better life for myself and my family. You understand? And but she was saying, but they're killing police. I said, Miss Alexandra, I can tell you this. If they're throwing out, if the train is so devastating and serious, and they're throwing out police officers from from out of those helicopter real training and there's one survivor, I will be that survivor. That was the confidence I had in myself to say that it doesn't matter what, I will become a police officer, teach them. And so far, I can tell you, I wouldn't change my occupation for no other occupation. I can tell you, teach them my community, Whitfield Town. Most of the person, they know that they look up to me. In Kingston East that I work, they look up to me. And my present community of Anata Bay, I'm a real role model. And this is not by design. This is my nature. You know, my nature is my personality and dedicated to what I'm doing. And my present community, just to try to reach out to my present community to tell them that, you know what, I am from where you are from, you know, and if I can do it, you can do it. You understand? I just want to continue to work hard and to learn as I go on in my everyday duty. You understand? And just to be humble, teach them, because a lot of people, when they are in certain position, they are not humble and treat people like if as if they're second class, you know. And I can tell you, you know, teach them why I've chose to do what I am doing, to respect people, no matter where you're from or from which society, whether you're from the grassroots or from the highest echelon, teach them. I chose to deal with people with respect. Why? I can remember many years while I was at home and there was a curfew. And trust me, police and soldiers kick off the door and they pulled me out. I was really sick. I was ill. And they draw me out of the house and said, "Where are you thieving, boy?" And I said, if I become a member of this organization, I will never treat people in that way. And maybe that's why I do well in tough communities, because I try to be firm and fair. You understand? I try to be firm and fair. And once you're firm and fair, people will gravitate to you. And I'm not in another way for 2 years, just 1 year and about 5 months. And I'm telling you, teaching the people, they respect me. I can tell you the scenario. 2017, when I went there in July, and I was, you know, I believe that sporting have a lot to do with getting people together. So I said I'm going to launch the football six-a-side community competition just for Nottaby, because Nottaby was a tough place. Nottaby would have contributed significantly to most of the crimes and the overall crimes in St. Mary, serious crime too, more so murders. Now, I said I'm going to go in the community, start this football competition. And some of my colleagues were saying, no, they're indiscipline and violence will disrupt the game. And I said, no problem. But I still went in. Are you hearing me, teach them?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you loud and clear, man.
So I still went in, and maybe I think I got one assistant from one of the business person, and the rest was from my pocket, and kick off the football competition. It was the best thing for that community in many years, because they would have said to me, and my police would have said to me, teaching, listen to me, all competition that is held by whether police or privately would have marred by violence. And this competition that was held in 2017 August, 1 month after I arrived in Anata Bay, it was one of the biggest competition. And fast forward in 2008, Grace Kennedy would have assisted me 2018 last year to make the competition bigger and better, more money. And I'm telling you, they're looking forward. They're looking forward to this year. And I still have some stuff planned in my head. I want to get a back to school treat and my football competition, because my competition is an annual event for the person in Anata Bay. Because, as I said, sporting activity will get the guys to know each other in a friendly way, and to ensure that the tension is not so much. You understand? Because when people don't know each other, that's when you have tension. So that's where I'm at presently in relation to my community and my job. You know, my main focus is on the residents of Anata Bay.
And I would have visited Anata Bay recently, and I would have seen you interfacing and interacting with persons on the street. And I mean, the video is there for persons to see. That video actually the video went viral again. The second video of you on the channel
Yeah.
that has gone viral. I hope the stream go viral too. And I saw firsthand with you on camera or off camera interfacing with the persons in the community. And I saw for myself that this is no show. This is who you are. But I wanted to speak specifically to the persons who said that you were putting on a show for the camera and you were just acting per se. What you have to say to them people there?
As I said before, teach them is that many person uh, who knows me from Portland because my first assignment in 2003 was Portland. They can speak of my professionalism, and also in Kingston East, narcotics. They are saying that I was bred differently because situation that they wouldn't, some of my colleagues would be tolerable about. I was very tolerant in many situations, or most situations. They would say smooth, walk away. Smooth is not just by design; it's by nature. Whatever I would have done in a professional and respectful manner. You understand? So there's no need for me to put on. Person who knows me well, if you, as I said, knows me well, where I work, you understand? My personality is about respect and professionalism.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
that is
Because as I
basically
said,
teaching.
I first came across you with the video that you were interacting with a bus driver. I think it was in Anata Bay, and that is when you first went viral. And I was amazed. It was so refreshing to see a Jamaican policeman engaging in a
Right.
situation like that with
Can I,
professionalism, being extremely polite, however, also being fair and executing his job to his best. So it was really and truly refreshing to see that. And speaking with you
can
even before I came, hold on,
I
sir,
say
sorry,
something?
Clear. Speaking with you before I came to Anatomy, I could have sensed and discerned that it was not a show. And as I said, I saw you in action for myself, and I know that you are not a man for the camera, but you are a man for the people and a man who is respected by. When I was in Anatomy, everybody, whether you saw them or not, hailed you. Taxi driver, bus driver, vendor, every man from them say is a hail I get. So it means that you would have done something right. You would have been doing something right. And for me, I can say to my viewers here, having seen you first and up front, seeing the people's reaction, spoken to the people, I would have gauged that you are really and truly respected.
Yes, and as I said, I'm not. This is not by design. It's by nature and personality. No, teach them. Let's go back to that video. In that video happened 2018 March, I think. Yeah, I think it's March 2018. Now look at this teacher. Look at dedication. I
Your
get a
audio,
call from my
Father Smooth,
supervisor saying that
Sir
Mr.
Gray,
Gray and your team.
your audio is kind of
Yes,
cracking a little. Something
yes.
went wrong just now. Speak, let me hear you again.
My phone is. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Mic check 1 2 3.
Yeah,
Mic
I'm
check one
hearing you,
two
but
three.
not as clearly
Are
as I
you
was
hearing me?
before. But go ahead.
Maybe because of my signal is keep
Yeah, the
on
internet kind
falling.
of shaky, you know what I mean?
So you hearing me now?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yes. Read the video in 2018 March. Now I was just carrying out my function. 15 minutes before I would have left, I got a call. Mr. Gray, that car fit in the description. You need to go there and do some investigation. Now the point is this, teacher. Are you hearing me?
I am kind of struggling to hear you, but I don't know what happened to the car. What happened to the audio though? But go ahead.
I mean, maybe it's just my phone. Are you hearing me? Maybe it's just
Yeah,
my
man,
phone.
I'm
My
hearing you, but as
phone.
I'm saying, it's not coming through clearly. But go ahead.
No, if you're not hearing me at all.
Yeah, man, I am hearing you, but it's not very
It's not
clear.
clear.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. What you can do though, you can maybe repeat like what you just did, teach them. All right.
Um. Yeah. Well, you're hearing me now? Are you hearing
I'm
me?
hearing you clear. I'm hearing
Yeah,
you
man.
clearly.
So just go ahead and speak, man. Just go ahead and speak.
Yes, as I was saying about the video in 2018, what had happened? I would have stopped the bus, and when I had stopped the bus, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job, and the person said that they are videoing me. I thought it was a joke, I must say. However, for me, I am always being a professional in my conduct. So it wasn't. It was a no-brainer for me to say that. The person said that I'm videoing you, and I'm saying, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Clearly, I'm hearing you, man. Go ahead.
Yes. So the person was saying, I'm videoing you, and I'm saying, just do what you have to do. You understand? So I'm saying,
As a
I'm not
matter
going to
of fact,
be.
you said brilliant.
Yes, that's what I said. You know, but I'm saying that do what you have to do. I am saying I'm not doing any wrongdoing, teaching. I am not doing any wrongdoing. And maybe that person wanted a negative reaction. Are you hearing me, teaching?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you, man.
Yes, that person wanted a negative reaction. But I gave the person one of the most beautiful reactions that went viral. It is not saying that I was putting on that situation. I was just doing my job. And she chose to videotape me. And I did not know. I did not know that the person was videotaping me. You understand? Because people said I'm videoing it, but they're not doing it. You understand? And truth be told, when that video went viral, someone said it to me, I'm teaching. Someone sent that video to me. And I said that this is refreshing. And
It was
I didn't know that.
refreshing. Indeed, it was.
I didn't know that police was still conducting themselves like this. But as I said earlier, teaching, most of my police are like this. They are professional, hardworking, and noble people. But as in any organization, the few will rear their ugly heads. You understand? So it's what it is, So and I can tell my colleagues, don't be afraid if you're carrying out your function in a professional manner, person or videotaping you. Don't be afraid. Just do what you have to do. We are guided by policies. Just do what you have to do, and all will be fine. Yes.
That's so great. You would have been nominated for the National Alaska Top Cup of the Year 2018-2019. What kind of feeling did you get when you first heard that you were nominated?
It was joy. I was elated. And then when I went through the rounds of my division, St. Mary division, and then I went through the rounds of Era 2, and Era 2 consists of Portland, St. Mary, and St. Anne, and I would have came out on top. I felt elated, and as I would have posted on my social media channel, in that 2004, I was the rookie cop of the year in Portland, and then maybe I didn't say this, but I was a rookie. That means that you didn't have 5-year service. You understand? But after my 5-year service was my 5 years service was up, I was maybe 2 years after or a year after I was nominated as the top cop for Portland Division. Now, persons don't understand the situation in relation to dedication and hard work and commitment and professionalism. Now, as I would have said before, teach them, this don't comes overnight. It does not come overnight. Success don't come overnight unless you win the lottery. And if you're not strong with focus with your lottery winning, you will lose all of it in the next
Quick
day.
and fast, man.
So I am saying that 2004 Rookie Cup, 2007, 2008 Top Cup for Portland, 2012 after being transferred in September 2012 to Kingston East, 2013 the first quarter I was named the top cop for the division. In 2013 the first quarter in Kingston East, Rockford. This doesn't come by design. This is hard work. And I would have why I didn't go on is because I went away because of engagement overseas. I went on a course. You understand? So people may see the success now, but there was a success story for many, many years. You understand, teach them. And it's a lot of work, hard work. Understand? I'm humble. Some people are saying that, well, it's smooth, you work so hard and it's still not getting a promotion. And I'm just doing what I have to do.
Because just pause it right here, so Father, great. Many persons in the comments under the video is saying, how come this man has been in the force for X period of time? How come this man keeps on making the rounds on social media, being exemplary, and he's still a corporal?
Yes, there's a process. You have an exam. I've done my exam, but you know how exam goes. I would have failed my exam twice. And that's how it goes. You know, you got to wait for the process and keep your focus and keep on working hard. You understand? And you can't let whatever happen, you understand, to let you lose focus. You cannot lose focus at no time. You got to keep on grinding, working hard. Follow the policy, follow the rules of law. You understand? And one day it will come. What is for you cannot be for another person. You understand? Don't try over spill milk. You just keep focused, teach them, work hard. You understand?
Yeah, I'm real well as a teacher, and I'm saying this from the perspective of a teacher. I heard just now that you said you'd have done the exam twice and you'd have failed, and it takes a big man to say that I would have failed. I respect that. And from the teacher's perspective, I will just encourage you to keep working at it. And as you say, not come overnight. And as long as you keep putting in the work, I mean, I pray the next exam you're going to mash it up, man. Just prepare yourself the right way and just deal with the thing the right way. You understand what I say?
Most definitely. Thank you for your kind words. As I said again,
definitely.
I must thank all the persons in my organization and the wider Jamaica and worldwide who would have send some encouraging and kind words. Understand? Because as I said, most of the members in the organization, they're hardworking person. Hardworking person, I must say. And as I said before, you will find a few that will tarnish the reputation of any organization. Just a few. And you know what? The few always come to the fore. The few always come to the fore in relation to negativity and tarnish the brand of your organization. But as I said, and I will keep on reiterating, that most of the members of the organization are hardworking, law-abiding citizens. You understand? Yes.
Yeah, I have always said that to them, Mr. Smooth. I have said that, in my opinion, there are far more professional cops in the force with integrity than those who I quote, and I'm not pretty it up, are criminals. You understand what I say? So we know that the few bad apples will spoil the bunch if steps are not taken, and it is really and truly hard for professional officers with integrity to put in the work, and then you have a few who come and erase all of that groundwork and hard work that was placed there. I know you did say you don't really want to talk too long still, so before you go though, what is the stage now or the status of the National Cup of the Year Awards? How far along is that, and when is the completion?
All right, the finals on the 27th of May this year, 27th of May, I think we will be at the Pegasus Hotel. Now, I must say, though, thank the Honorable Mr. Lassell A. Chin for standing by the organization at a time when it was facing a lot of negative press. In 2000, when it started, the Last Cup Award is just to be a partner with the organization. And many of our partners back then didn't want to be a part of brand JCL, but he stood by the organization, believing that the organization will make a right about turn. So said, so done. Notwithstanding what is happening now or before, you understand? The organization, I believe, the organization is positioned to do great things, you understand? I must also say that Lassell Chin, Honorable Mr. Lassell Chin, he would have put his money where his mouth is for not just the police, but also the teachers and the nurses.
Yeah,
you understand?
True.
So I must say kudos and I'm asking on this platform that the Honorable Mr. Lassaching and other partners to just come and give us the support. We need the support. You understand? So the week of activities, we would have finished, concluded Friday. Friday was the 3rd of May. It was rough. It was rough. I made a few mistakes, and I'm hoping that I would have done well enough to try to be the top man for the competition. But if not, I must say that kudos to all my 7 other colleagues. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. And I believe deep down, teach them this organization has a bright future. And I don't have any doubt about it. These young people, oh God, they're smart. They are quick thinkers, critical thinkers. I believe deep down, teaching our organization is at a bright path. And no doubt about it. I'm not guessing. You understand? It's just now and then that things will happen. And I'm hoping that whatever has happened, we don't have a recurrence in that the powers that be would have put strategy and plans in place that we don't have a recurrence of the negative things that is happening.
Before, because you're not going to just come on and escape on one tough question, but we'll still ask the question. What I want to say first, though, is you said again that you would have made some mistakes. As I said, it takes a man to admit that I would have failed or I would have made some mistakes. But I sincerely hope that those mistakes won't be detrimental to your prospects of really and truly being rewarded and recognized for the sterling work that you would have been doing since you became a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And I hope that come the 27th of May this year,
yes,
it is very admirable as well that you would have said that the other 7 nominees are excellent persons, and if you don't win, you wish them all the best just the same. I can really and truly respect that, but I trust that on the 27th of May, you will be the man, and I'm going to sit down and me interview you, I'm going to say big up yourself, said you understand what I say? But before we go, smooth, you know we don't really mince a word when we talk. What is the single biggest issue facing the Jamaica Constabulary Force today?
Tough question.
In your opinion, no.
But I will not stay long on it.
Yes.
I think resource.
Human
resource, financial resource. Yes.
Okay, so human resource and financial resource. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I respect that. For me, the biggest problem facing the JCF is corruption. But we can talk about that another time still. You understand?
As I said again,
no, man, and I wasn't speaking about the specific issue that is happening, just a general thing.
No, man, and I can answer it. And I am saying it is in the minority. Teach them. I can say that emphatically.
Yes.
Corruption.
One speck of corruption is corruption. Smooth.
Tarnish the entire organization. I am telling you that.
Yes.
But I am telling you, one of the biggest factors that we are facing in the organization, lack of human resource and financial resource. I'm telling you.
No, I believe that is a major problem for real, Not a problem. You understand? So I can accept that, I can accept that. But that is your big one. My big one is corruption. So Father Gray, it is always a pleasure, bro. It is always a pleasure. I think I can call you bro by now. You understand? It is always a pleasure interacting. It's always a pleasure exchanging pleasantries, and I would have seen first and you at work. I would have heard about you at work. I would have read about you at work. And I just want to say, continue doing the awesome job that you would have been doing, and continue to be different. Continue to be a standard bearer and an ambassador for the Jamaica Constabulary Force. In these troubling times, we need officers with the integrity and the decorum, professionalism and politeness of people like you. And I know that there are many more officers in the JCF who deliver as professional just as you are. They just don't are not made known to the public as yet, but just continue to be a beacon of light for the JCF. As I said, it is not the perfect institution. It is not the worst institution. but it's not the perfect
But best
institution.
institution, I can tell you. One of the best. One of the
Yes,
best.
and
I tell
real spokesman. Continue to put in the work, my friend, and really and truly appreciate you taking time out. Want to facilitate me while I was in Anantobie, that's one, and secondly, to facilitate this. I know that the viewers are really and truly appreciative of that. They are really and truly fans of yours. As a matter of fact, right now you are the superstar. Yeah, that's what we are saying. you know,
you. Just do
you
it.
know, I see
Just
me
do
say.
the job.
So last
Just
words, my boss. So talk to them and then you know what thing go.
as I said, teach them. I want the Jamaican people, members of the wider society, just to continue to believe in the organization and continue to give us their support. And you know what? It is said that one hand can clap. You understand? And if we are transparent and accountable for our action, I believe deep down the Jamaican people and the wider society will give us them their support. And I want them to just continue to keep on supporting us in believing that we can create a better Jamaica.
So as you normally say, management, all the best in the competition. And here's all the best for the next exam. And stay smooth, my boss. Manners and respect. Blessings
Thank you very
and
much.
guidance.
Yes.
Look more. Yeah, peep. The man himself, not alkali. Yeah, so me I say Corporal Kevin Gray, stationed at the Anatomy Police Station. A man who is highly respected by members who traverse the area, be it taxi operators, bus drivers, vendors, as I said, would have seen it for myself. So you don't know anything. So please I can move on because night I come. You know anything. Yes, I. 2 shot dead in Montego Bay just hours before the declaration of the new SOE. So 2 men were shot and killed in 2 separate incidents in Montego Bay, St. James, early Tuesday morning, just hours before the government declared the state of emergency. The deceased have been identified as 68-year-old Robert Gooden and 30-year-old Christopher Reed, both of St. James addresses. So reports are at about 2:30 a.m. 2 o'clock in the morning. The police were summoned to the Barnett Lane area in Montego Bay, where residents reported hearing explosions. Upon their arrival, Reed was found near a shop suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. So less than an hour after, the police were called to McCarthy Street in the city, where Gooden was found lying along the side of the roadway suffering from gunshot wounds to the upper section of his body. So no motives have so far been established for the killing, which bring the total number of murders in St. James to 53 since the start of the year. You understand what I say? So that's it away. Now still in St. James, reputed flanker area leader Cray, as in like Cray Vinay, no, him name spelled Cray, like crayfish, I suppose. Cray, never mind. Freed of illegal ammo charge. So reputed area leader of the often volatile flanker community in Montego Bay, St. James, Robert Cray England I suppose, was found not guilty of illegal possession of ammunition in the St. James Parish Court on Tuesday. England was represented by attorney Jared Tennant and Christopher Townsend. The allegations against him were that in 2006, police searched his home and found a quantity of ammunition. In the wake of the incident, Cray reportedly fled Jamaica to the United States that same year, but was deported in 2018, at which time a warrant was executed on him on the illegal possession of ammunition charge. He has been in police custody since that time. So the presiding judge heard the closing arguments of the defense attorneys and later ruled in favor of the accused. So he was released on the same day that the government declared the SOE. So, see how that gonna. No Korean name mentioned in our song, I just now remember we singing now. So peeps, another sad situation would have developed as it relates to another young girl, a child, a baby, 11-year-old Trisha Morris, whose decomposing body was found earlier this week in Hanover, She would have gone missing last Saturday night. She was last seen in the company of a church sister. Reports are that she would have career from flank and a TikTok. I true you talk daily game and I say I heard blessings. I hate that. Zane and thing. Yeah, for real. I say she would have gone to church. She would have accompanied a church sister home and was walking home. That is my understanding. She was not seen or heard from. Again, she resides with her, she lived with her grandmother. Yeah? And thing. And something. So, sad situation. So, 5 men would have been taken in custody in relation to the murder of the 11-year-old. Saying, joke of free speech. My brother, you know me have to hear you when me see you know what thing got big up yourself. Yeah, that's what I say. So the police are reporting that 5 men were taken into custody for a questioning in connection with the death of the 11-year-old. As I said, her name is Trisha Morris. She hails from the Woodland district in Hanover. So the Hanover police are leading the probe. So Morris's decomposing body was found on Tuesday, 2 days after she went missing. The entire resident of the community would have found her decomposing body in bushes in the community at about 11:55 a.m. on Tuesday. Sometime after the discovery of her body, one man was picked up. On Wednesday, the 1st of May, during an operation in Haddington district, 3 other men were arrested, and the police said a 5th man would have turned himself in. So I suppose he would have been a person of interest and he would have turned himself into the police. So the body of the 11-year-old who attended Watford Hill Primary School was discovered. And when it was discovered, it showed signs of a brutal sexual assault. So Morris was reportedly found with multiple wounds. I don't know what type of wounds. The reports have not specified such to her body, and her underwear was ripped away. See? So, as I said, she was last seen about 8 p.m. on Saturday, and them something there. Now, reports are that one of the 5 detainees have been released in connection to her killing. So, one of the 5 men who were taken into police custody has been released. He was released after being questioned on Thursday. You understand? They released no name, but here we go on now. Deportee held for the murder of the little girl. So, a deportee who resides in Woodland district, that is the same district that the little girl lived. See? So a deportee who resides in Woodland district in Hanover is among 5 persons taken into custody in connection with the murder of 11-year-old Trisha Morris. See? So information is that he was actually picked up by the police on Tuesday afternoon. And the police said 3 other men who were taken into custody following the operation, which was carried out in the neighboring community of Addington, while the 5th suspect, him turned himself in, he's not from the community. He did turn himself in, to the at the Sandy Bay police station. So Woodlands have always been a peaceful community as per the article, and all of a sudden the careless boy them started foolishness. This is one resident saying something now. We hope the police they met them talk and don't let them out until all of who involved confess. So the deportee brother them all on pan him. You understand? Whoever is involved will be made to pay. And speaking about children, and we just spoke about 7-year-old Shantae Skiles the other day. Now 11-year-old Trisha Morris. Boy, things that are weird. You understand? 340 children still missing since last year. That's a lot of children. There have been 340 uncleared missing children cases. Kids who have been reported missing and have still not yet been found, dating back to the start of 2018 according to police statistics. So the Constabulary Communications Unit has reported that between January 1st and April 30 of this year, a total of 517 children, 413 females and 104 males have been reported missing by their loved ones. Of that amount, some 363 children, which includes 285 females and 78 males, have safely returned. So out of the 517, 363 has returned home. Two of the children who went missing this year have been found dead. They are 7-year-old Shantae Skies and the young lady who I spoke about just now, Trisha Morris, 11-year-old. Zane, things that are way. Boy, I'm gonna know. I don't know. Parents, be careful. See, some of them look up at me and need to understand themselves too. You understand? But at the end of the day, they are children, and children will make errors in judgment and will make mistakes. And as adults, we have to ensure that we remain alert, we remain vigilant, and we remain cognizant of the potential threat that exists for our children, especially our little girls. 6-year-old, 11-year-old, man a rape, man a kill, man a know. Mystery series of shootings in St. Andrew South Police Division. So a strong security presence is being maintained in section of St. Andrew South Police Division following a series of shootings that left 3 persons injured in separate incidents over a 3-hour period on Wednesday. So the victims are 2 men and a woman. So reports are that in the first incident, gunmen went to Browns Lane and shot and injured a man in the area. The police reported that less than an hour later, investigators were called to Cole Lane, so Brown Lane and Cole Lane, after a woman was attacked and shot by unknown assailants. Less than an hour after that, about 9:20 p.m., the police were again called to another area, Woodpecker Lane, where another man was shot. So the police have since launched a series of investigations into the incident, but have not disclosed whether the probes are indicating that the attacks, which have left residents in the area in fear, were related. Oh boy. Deadly shooting on King Street in downtown Kingston. A man is dead and a female is nursing gunshot wounds in hospital after they were attacked on King Street in downtown Kingston on Monday. So reports are that about 4:30 p.m., a group of men were sitting on a sidewalk when a lone gunman walked up and opened fire at members of the group. An alleged eyewitness who said that the sound of explosion sent persons in the area scampering for cover. I mean, naturally. See? Boy, I don't know. We were standing on the roadside when we heard the loud explosions and see people run, said the alleged eyewitness. The police reported that the gunman fled from the scene after the shooting. See? And the police were called. You know the rest side. The scene was processed, bodies removed to the morgue, and people pronounced dead and them something. I don't know. I'm tired. Cop and beauty therapist. You did have that? Charge after man's burnt remains found. So the police charged in connection with the death of Vince Walcott, whose burnt remains were found on Russell Road in Kingston last year, is now before the court. The accused, Junior Hales, who was assigned to the Kingston East Police Division, was jointly charged with 34-year-old Nicola Montague, a beauty therapist of Daytona and Portmore, St. Catherine, with conspiracy to murder, following a ruling from the Director of Public Prosecutions. So according to the Denhamtown Police, Zane, Chivy and Spike, big up yourself in the family, manners and respect, and I appreciate that local Spike there, you know what I mean? Blessings. See? So the Denhamtown Police in their report said that about 7:30 p.m. on July the 1st, 2018, residents observed tires burning behind a church and summoned the Jamaica Fire Brigade. So the report said firemen discovered the burnt remains during the cooling down operations and alerted the police. So the post-mortem examination revealed that the man died from gunshot wounds to the head. And thing. So following intensive investigation by detectives from the Kingston Western Police Division, from the Kingston Western Police Division, the police said DNA confirmed the identity of the dead man as Vince Walcott, otherwise called Stephen Chambers, of Mount Royal Estate, Bridgeport, St. Catherine. He was 33 years old. The case file, which included a range of forensic evidence, was submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for ruling. The DPP ruled that both Montague, which is a female, and Ailes, who is a policeman who was attached to the Kingston Eastern Police, be charged, the report said. When the matter was mentioned in court on Friday, in Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. The prosecutor told the court that Hales was on bail for a similar charge. The court was told that the copies to return to the Home Circuit Court on May 13 in relation to that matter. A May 15 date was subsequently set for him to reappear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. So this police officer, Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, thank you so much, Mummy. Really and truly appreciate the generosity. So now, the police brother, Hales, was actually on bail in relation to another murder charge. And now he is also on a second murder charge. Yeah, man, move like a phone. Just I get charged. I mean, that probably sound corny, but you know what I think. That's how I think. No, peeps. 3 die after bike slams into wall in Orocabessa St. Mary. So you would assume, say, a 2 different bike or somebody get lit down or the bike crashing on one car or something because there are 3 people dead, you know. Because as best as my knowledge, a bike is made to carry 2 persons maximum. You understand what I say? 3 persons were killed after the motorcycle on which they were traveling crashed into a wall on the Orocabessa Main Road in St. Mary. The deceased has been identified as 36-year-old Rodolph Henry, 22-year-old Nicoda Bryan, and their 16-year-old sister Simone Bryan, all of Hamilton Mountain in the parish. Reports are at about 3 a.m. The females were pillions on a motorcycle being driven by Henry. I'm going to read that again. Reports are that about 3 o'clock in the morning, the females were pillions on a motorcycle being driven by Henry when he allegedly lost control of the vehicle which crashed into a concrete wall. The bike make for carry 2 people maximum and you carry 3. What you think you have control over that family? They received multiple injuries and were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. Now, an elderly citizen was also killed when he was hit by a bike over the weekend. Also, a man in Westmoreland would have died after crashing in a light pole. Him dead. Every day people dead. I went to St. Elizabeth on Friday with some of my students. And when you go burn Savannah side and them place a bike like rice grade. You understand? A man a ride pan bike, man just sit down sideways so with them foot over there so when you're supposed to sit down side ride the bike. I saw a man them a ride the bike. No man not riding and no helmet. I did not see one single rider in St. Elizabeth wearing a helmet. Eh? And 9 out of 10 times when a bike crash, the first place a man go lick is him head. No, 3 o'clock in the morning, I am theorizing, I don't like to speculate, but I am suggesting that these 3 persons might have been coming from a party. I could be wrong. And they're coming from a party, it means then you were probably drinking. So it means then the rider was probably inebriated, intoxicated, drunk, sweet, nice. And 3 persons are on a vehicle that was designed to take 2 persons. You understand? And him crashing a wall and everybody dead. So it means him probably did a fly. You understand what I say? So boy, I mean I understand Father Delroy Nelson, big up yourself in the family. You know, I appreciate that generosity, something there. Blessings every time when I miss Patsy Brown. I appreciate that something and I say it's my birthday month and I will cry if I want. Okay, Miss Brown, but if you want, yeah, really and truly appreciate the contribution. I trust that you will notify me when your birthday is so I can sing for you. You know a thing, you know a voice and normal like that. You know what I mean? And them something there. You see me? She never says her birthday today. She says her birthday month. You understand? So, I don't know I'm to the bikers them still. It would be really and truly sad. Trivian, big up yourself again in a bro. You know, I appreciate that something there. You see me? It would be really and truly sad if the brother did a ride a bike there and him a drink at one party. See, and him know say bike overloaded and them something there. You understand what I say? And thing. So, DS Electronics Unlimited, big up yourself in a bro. Peeps, you know say Friday morning, I go so boom so on head to St. Elizabeth. You know, we are past Clarendon Park, so you know, so we have to buy 2 by Josie beef patty and them things. And the students would have gone into the establishment before I did in company of a female teacher would have accompanied me and said trip. And forward in a place now and I go and scout out the thing. Cause you know we have a survey where I go on and see who is who and what is what. You know what thing go? You know I look a routine that still. And a man just walk up to me and say, Teach, big up yourself. First time, this Electronics Unlimited. Yeah, that's what I say. I say, John, what a small world. Big up yourself, bro. Manners and respect. I'm going to advertise for you again. I know you never asked me for this, but I'm going to do it. All the persons residing in Maypen and its environs who have cell phone and telephone and all sort of electronic issues, seek out DS Electronics Unlimited. Them fix everything. Right now, I just a Jamaican economy and crime rate left for them deal with that. That me and telling you too. Big up yourself, Father DS. You know something said. Blessings. St. Thomas taximan killed. 7-year-old daughter seriously injured by a gunman. So a man was killed and his 7-year-old daughter seriously injured after they were attacked by a gunman in Lloyd's district, St. Thomas, recently. The St. Thomas police have identified the dead man as 35-year-old Jermaine Kelly, a taxi operator of Lloyd's district. Since the Dallas police report at about 4:40 a.m., when man supposed to sleep with his girlfriend, Kelly was alerted by a fire at his doorway. Zin? Teach voice and normal for sing. Zin? So the police, so the man was like them light a fire at the man's door. So Kelly was alerted by a fire at his doorway. While extinguishing the blaze, he was reportedly greeted with gunfire by armed men. Hey, fire the head, you have to go out here, you know, see what I want. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, Kelly and his daughter were seen with gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead, and the 7-year-old child was admitted in serious condition. I sincerely hope that this little empress is able to pull through and she will survive and recover from her injuries in very short order. The hearts of men, family. Hearts of men. Hearts of men. Murder in Grandspen threatens sustained peace in the community. Come like a death announcement, may I read, family. The peace that has been in the once volatile community of Grandspen in St. Andrew is being threatened following the murder of a man at Grandspen Avenue in the wee hours of Wednesday morning. The dead man has been identified as 40-year-old Clinton Morrison, otherwise called Boney Neck. Police reported that Morrison was seen running away from his home after several explosions were heard about 3 a.m. He collapsed by the roadside and was taken to hospital where he died hours later. So the community of Grandspen has been relatively peaceful for almost a decade after years of bloodletting between rival factions there. But since the construction of the modern and model Grandspen police station there and a sustained community policing initiative in the area, murders have been few and far between. You understand? So the man them kill Boney Neck. I don't know why, but hopefully the thing not really mash up what going on there. Miss Charm Lolly, thank you so much. Leaving now. We'll finish watching later. Work calling. Okay, Empress. Hopefully your shift will end soon. Thanks so much for your generosity and thoughtfulness. So peeps, Linfield Bloomfield, former member of parliament for Eastern Portland. Bloomfield murder case has been transferred to Kingston. So the case involving the man charged with the murder of Dr. Linfield Bloomfield, the former member of parliament for East Portland, is to be transferred to the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston. So the accused, Simeon Sutherland, a resident of Buff Bay in Portland, is to also learn whether he will be granted bail by parish judge on Thursday, May 9th. The developments occurred when the 20-year-old defendant appeared in the Portland Parish Court on Friday. So during a bail application, Sutherland's attorney Peter Champini is urging the judge to grant bail, insisted that his client was not involved in the murder of Bloomfield, although he was in the house at the time of the incident. During a bail application, Sutherland's attorney, Peter Champagny, in urging the judge to grant bail, insisted that his client was not involved in the murder of Bloomfield, although he was in the house at the time of the incident. Peter Champagny at work. The judge, however, reserved her decision and will rule on the matter of bail next week. Meanwhile, an application brought by Champagny to have the case transferred to another jurisdiction was granted by the parish judge. In making his case for the transfer to the Home Circuit Court, Champagny argued that death threats had been made against his client, as well as members of his family. I don't know if the case I moved from Poland and got stop people from threatening him family still. Sutherland was arrested by investigators from the Major Investigative Division, MID, after forensic evidence reportedly linked him to the scene of the crime. Bloomfield was found with multiple stab wounds by an employee at his home in Pastor Gardens. I don't know a whole story there. We don't need to work out all of that. You understand what I say? So the case I come at all. See? Jam lad. Boy, I don't know if he was a witness, but if I don't know, he man say him did not almost, but he never involved. That him lawyer say, so I don't know. Bar operator who allegedly set customer ablaze granted $500,000 bail. See, Mr. Rodale said that was my facial expression to teach. So if he was there and it's not him, so he must be able to point out someone else. I would suppose so. You understand what I say? The Bull Savannah resident was granted bail in the sum of $500,000 in court on Wednesday and was ordered to return to court on May 27th. The allegations are that sometime between April 19th and April 22nd, the male complainant went to the bar that was operated by Brown and ordered a drink. He was given rum but refused it. The man then reportedly ordered another drink, but this enraged Brown. So the man come in, beg a shot of rum then now. Oh, me nobody want the rum. Give me something else. Oh. Who reportedly threw the original drink of rum in his face. Zane? And everybody so far, I assume, say, Brown is a man. She then allegedly set him ablaze. Further reports are that the complainant was rushed to hospital where he was reportedly admitted for 4 days for treatment to burns to his face. He allegedly received burns to his face and chest. So a report of the incident was filed with the police and Brown was later apprehended. OJ, Blessings family. I think it's the first time I'm seeing the name. Blessings. And Roy Oliphant, good evening. So you know still, well, if him say him nobody want the rum, then him just pay for the rum. You understand what I say? So if him order the rum and me pour the rum already, he have to pay for it, because I not throw back the rum in my buckle. But I don't necessarily think that warrant say I throw rum in a man's face and light him. Boy. So Empress Brown is now facing the crown. You understand? Probably being a clown. You don't really know still. You see? So you know, peace, we don't know a big story, I don't know wait for you know. He whole Spanish town something there. You understand? But we don't have to wait. That's how the thing go. You understand? But I now make gonna wait in vain for the story. I soon boss him, man. Just give me a little time. I'm hungry too, you know. You understand? Chief Justice slams cops for weed mania at court. Hey. That bad things went joke. Yeah, man, him need to pay for your rum still there. So you can't go around that. You understand? But the report never say him not pay for it. The reporter say, him order the next drink. You see? And thing. You see? So, him order, hold on. Well, he reports him order a drink and he was given rum. He probably never rum him did want to. You have to put that into context, you know. You understand what I say? No, man, I know Portland that wanna go on, man. I wanna go on somewhere else. You see me? Yeah, I soon reach to the police thing, man. Right now, I'm still confused. For want of a better term. You know what I mean? But I try shift through it and thing. You see me? Chief Justice slams cops for a weed mania at court. And the police must smoke it still. Chief Justice Brian Sykes has warned that there will be serious consequences for police personnel who continue to facilitate the smoking of ganja by detainees inside holding cells at the Supreme Court building in downtown Kingston. For days, there have been mutterings among users of the court about the strong scent of marijuana within the precincts, especially in the afternoon. It really needs to stop, so I am going to put the police on notice. The police aiming to maintain the order in the building means preventing ganja smoking down there. If you are all going to tolerate it, it won't be pleasant. Well, if you are all going to tolerate it, it won't be a pleasant outcome. That you have my solemn word on. It won't be a pleasant outcome. So whatever it is the police need to do, get it done, said the Chief Justice. What do you mean? You understand? He made these comments shortly after the trial of reputed gang leader Hugh Chance Wilson and his 23 alleged cronies, 23 man in the pan trial, 24, resumed after the lunch and adjournment yesterday afternoon. That was Thursday or Friday. Remember, this is supposed to be the last day that we are coming into court. And the passages, the courtroom, are filled with the smell of ganja. My ganja. Yes, and no smoking is to take place, whether it is ganja, tobacco, grass, or whatever it may be. Hey man said leave a grass and you can't smoke around here. Failure to do that, separate and apart from being in breach of some regulation regarding holding prisoners, there is also the question of liability, the Chief Justice said. Sykes also fumed, Zane, that Fridays at the Supreme Court represented one of the largest ganja smoking sessions in Jamaica down in the cells. So now the police need to act and act decisively. So under the Dangerous Drugs Act, Amendment Act 2015, smoking of ganja in public places or within 5 meters of a public place is prohibited. The same legislation outlaws the smoking of cigarettes. So in January of 2015, then Supreme Court Judge Lennox Campbell, and I remember Father Lennox Campbell was the presiding judge in cartel trial, expressed frustration that prisoners in custody at the court continue to breach the law by smoking ganja. At the time, he lamented that the offense happens with great frequency and that he was amazed that it was occurring within the precincts of the court. Ah, boy. Well, it's a long time we that smoke. Well, the Chief Justice said now run a joke. And he promote the weed smoking thing because people are true. You understand? So I think go. Now, peeps. I know Friday night people are look out for that local stream thing there, but it never happened. You know what I think? And me tired. That story has stressed me. It mashed me down like. You understand? I would have done the videos, Zane, but I have not spoken. I would have spoken shortly on Sunday evening last about the development. But since then, so many wranglings and entanglings and things would have been, I don't know. Zane, it is now the center of public discourse. It is a situation where many persons are still scratching their head and trying to figure out what the situation is. It's set away. Set away rough. The whole thing started last Sunday morning, late Saturday night, when Sheldon Daly, OC Junior Biggs, a party promoter, as per the reports, was shot and killed allegedly in cold blood, allegedly by 3 men, Zane, who boarded a Nissan AD wagon, a white Nissan AD wagon, and fled the scene. It was reported that an off-duty officer who saw what was going on went in pursuit of the 3 persons who would have shot Junior Biggs. Reports are that a high-speed chase ensued involving the exchange of gunfire between both vehicles, Zane, and subsequently the white Nissan AD wagon would have collided with a silver Nissan AD wagon at the intersection of Joe Blaine and Brunswick Avenue. And then now, initially it said that the driver of the vehicle, of the car, the civilian passenger was killed. Initially, people were speculating it was from the crash. And the driver of the supposed getaway vehicle was also killed, supposedly from the crash. It has since been revealed that the driver of the Nissan AD wagon, the silver one, the civilian who was about in business and just get caught at the wrong place at the wrong time, was shot and killed. It has also been reported that Constable Rohan Williams was shot and killed, by whom I do not know. You understand? It is believed also that the other two persons who were in the car were also shot. An officer by the name of Scott and the one who is now on the run by the name of Fraser. Zane and Ting. Yes, whole heap of little things. Then now it was discovered that all three men who were in the white Nissan AD wagon were police officers. Initially, it was reported that they were all on suspension in relation to murder charges. It has since been revealed that Rohan Williams, the driver who was killed, was not facing the courts. However, Scott, who is in hospital, and Fraser, who is on the run, were facing a murder charge in relation to a 2018 murder of some O'Mealy brother. I don't remember what his name. Zin, it has been said by the Commissioner of Police that said case is in front of the resident magistrate court under judicial review, so he was not sent on suspension. One of them should have been sent on suspension, but he wasn't. I don't know why. All three officers were attached to the mobile reserve. We soon talk about them because one little thing I'm going up there. Then it started going around that they were road cops, as 2 sets of license plates were discovered in said vehicle, along with a third set that was placed on the white Nissan AD wagon. A police logbook was also found, along with 5 firearms. It has since been discovered that the 3 of the firearms were government issued, while FLA and the police are trying to figure out where the other 2 come from. Alright. I'm tired. But next thing, I'm confused. There were early allegations that these 3 police officers were part of some special police squad, quote unquote death squad. I cannot confirm that. I don't know nothing about that. You understand? The Minister of National Security, however, has said in an interview something to the effect that he would not be surprised if there is a death squad operating in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I mean, that statement. Alright, watch me now. The Commissioner of Police has sought to provide clarity on the situation. I soon tell you what the brother in the hiding said. He said that none of the police officers were on suspension. He said that none of the police officers were acting on police business, were on official police business. He said that the vehicle was a police vehicle. They also found police siren in a vehicle and say it was a police vehicle assigned to the mobile reserve. And as such, the men were not on suspension, but 2 of them were facing criminal charges and were on judicial review. One should have been suspended, but he wasn't, and the other one, they are waiting on the ruling from the judicial review. He's saying that one of the officers, based on his administrative responsibilities, would have been given the opportunity to be in possession of the vehicle. 1. Secondly, he's saying that when a police officer is suspended, whether or not they are able to wear their uniforms. Zane, what else him say? Him say some other things. I don't remember them enough things. Zane and them something. But him said they were acting as criminals and not members of the JC. That's what the commissioner said. He also said that since he became commissioner, 70 police officers would have been indicted, arrested, relieved from the force as them try to clean it up. Zin, what else them say? What else him say? Him say him try to restore JCF for confidence and some things. Some other thing. I don't understand. Zin, in the come, I do them thing. The brother now where they pan the run. Zin? When me say me stress, Gaza Strip, it's just means just saying something. Zin, the brother who now was apparently found at the scene, he said he got shot, he was unconscious, and when he wake up, he said he was being chased by a white Honda Civic motor vehicle with a black hood. You understand? And he must say all them try to repel the fire coming from said vehicle. It was stronger than theirs, and there are reports and confirmed that M16 spent casings were found along the chase route. I can't confirm that neither. But the man say a source of gunshot to his car, like. You understand? And thing. He said that now, after the car crash, Zane, he would have lost consciousness. Him say when he regained consciousness, you know, and thing, him realize that Rowan Williams and Scott unresponsive. So him say one next car drive up, must one Ford Focus or something, one black car, him say, and one man come out of it, and him say that man walk up to the civilian vehicle and shot the driver, and walk up to the police vehicle and shot Corporal Rowan Williams, and him lay down I play possum said we. Yes, and him say Scott now move, Scott unresponsive and thing. Him said then no, by this time other police unit came on the scene and he asked one of the units for assistance. But he must say some things that come across on the radio and he must say, yo, this sounds serious because Ray. And he say him jump out. But he must say, you know, I want to listen to me, I don't know nothing about it. And he must say this he must say. He must say they were attending the party, the event, because they must say them a good friend, them a party and him like. And they must say, you know, at the party, them did have people at the gate. So they must say, no, based on the fact that them have firearm, government property and thing, they must say, them know, so them go search them and thing. So one of the man go to the gate, and by the time he said the man go to the gate, them hear explosion. And then so when them hear explosion, them say them see some man a rush towards one theater, Zane, and based on freedom analysis of the situation, they were the one who did the shooting. And as such, they were actually acting in good faith as good police officer, and they started to pursue said theater motor vehicle. And them say after them start to pursue said theater motor vehicle, them realized that they were being pursued by one black Honda Civic, by one white Honda Civic with black bonnet. Who were the Honda Civic there? Who did they drive it? We don't know. You understand? And thing. They want to say them lose track of the T there now because of the whole shooting incident from behind them. Man a shoot at them. You understand? And them must say at the shooting while them look up in a AD wagon, in a silver one where the brother get shot in. He may say him and him girlfriend in there. You see? So, I don't know. He thinks that way. He must say him innocent because he must say him did I try pursue the persons who actually did the shooting because I never them do the shooting. That's way he must say. Yeah, he's been represented unconfirmed by one Valerie Nita Robinson QC. You understand? She was the lead attorney for Vibes Cartel in the appeal. Bert Samuels was lead for Sean Storm. You understand? So, me don't know boy rough. Subsequent to that now, the Commissioner of Police, no, not the Commissioner of Police, the Minister of National Security announced earlier this week, well, in a week, said that the Mobile Reserve, which is a 57-year-old branch of the JCF, who are always there to respond to developments in and around the country, out fire like and then sorry guys, will be disbanded. And Assistant Commissioner of Police Warren, I don't know what him first name, because I talk all the time about my head on the piece. I do so much story and read so much article, I know it now. Will oversee the wrapping up of the Mobile Reserve, and he will also be tasked with laying out the framework for a new police unit who are more highly trained and professional than the Mobile Reserve people. Auntie. Some persons are saying that the disbanding of the Mobile Reserve is a knee-jerk reaction Some persons are saying it has been on the books and this is just a time for it to why I rode alone dead because somebody shoot him in the head me a year and I'm face like. See why the extra plates, I soon adjust that Munchie. I soon adjust the extra plate as per what them a say. See? And thing. So I suppose the Mobile Reserve will just be renamed and rebranded. You understand what I say? Probably this is just a show. This is just my assessment. I don't know. Munchie's asking why the extra license plate. A senior police officer who said that keep them identity secret said that it is common knowledge that certain units of the Jamaica Constabulary Force operates with additional sets of license plate. And I am supposing they would not tell us as to the details of those operations for security purposes. He's saying it is not uncommon, it is known up to the level of the government that there are police units while they are doing covert work and them work there. You understand? Have extra license plate. They are saying that sometimes they change the license plate, sometimes they change the vehicle based on the mission. See, he's saying that it is also common for more weapons than police officers to be on a mission, but were they on a mission? So that was the explanation. He's saying that there are a number of things that is done in this country, re-policing at the highest level, and this is a policeman, you know, that at the highest level, that is not known to civilians, and when them work out and criminals get caught, they are applauded. But when it goes out, they are made to be criminals, as per what the policeman has said. You understand? Anti. One of the things though is since all of this, there was a demonstration in along John's Road in Spanish Town where they were protesting the alleged cold blood murder of Junior Biggs, Sheldon Daly, who they were saying is a loving father and friend and them people there and thing. The police who would have spoken on the issue before are suggesting that Mr. Daly was not the model citizen as per what is being stated by friends and family. And as such, them not condone him death, but he wasn't a model citizen as per what the police must say. He's not teach them, I say it, you know, because you know, some people are fool, you know. You understand? So peeps, there are so many different dynamics, but there's a good synopsis of the situation. I don't know which side to believe or what to believe. And the reality is though, I am privy to information that me really and truly can't share here, so because it can be wrong, because I cannot prove it, so we just leave it. We are work with what is in the media from different persons. So we have spoken about what the commissioner said, Minister of National Security, Indicom, the police one involved in the situation. There are just so many dynamics. You understand? It is easy to brand them as rogue up, but there's a distinct possibility, peeps. I've been wanting to listen me now, you know. Listen me, that these police officers might have been pursuing somebody. That's a possibility. There's a possibility that these police officers might have been responsible for shooting Daly. There's a possibility that these police officers might actually have been a part of a team, a unit as well. There are so many possibilities. But the reality is that 3 men are dead, 1 man is on the run, 1 man is in hospital, many questions more than answers. Where do we go from here? You understand what I say? We'll see how it goes. See? And so I will not sit here and speculate. We'll just ask some questions. You understand? Many persons have spoken. Many persons have declined to speak. We'll see. Time will tell. Time is the master. Or so they say. You understand? And them good things. So we don't really know, peeps. It's a mess though. It really and truly. It is so hard to keep up with it. It is really and truly difficult to keep up with it. I just some more heap of things. So I know it is quick to say a road cops them and them are criminal. You understand? I know it is quick to say that the man was killed in cold blood. I know some people are suggesting the man was a model citizen. Some quarters are suggesting not so. I do not know. The commissioner is saying some things, in the comments some things. Mobile Reserve, Terence Bent, who Senior Superintendent Terence Bent, who was in charge of the Mobile Reserve, has been sent on leave to facilitate investigations. As they say, funny enough, Indicom would have made a recommendation not so long ago that the Mobile Reserve should be remodeled and that military personnel should head the Mobile Reserve. And let me tell you the grounds on which the report would have suggested that. They're saying that when the Mobile Reserve goes on operation, when there are only police officers there, the fatality rate is extremely high. As per when there is a military presence and the operations are being coordinated between by the military and the Mobile Reserve, then fatality rate almost reaches 0. And they're saying that it is apparent that when it comes on to operations, when the JCF, when the Jamaica Defense Force is there, it is more coordinated and it is more streamlined and less persons die. So that recommendation would have been made before. So I do not know if the Security Ministry would have taken those recommendations and were actively pursuing reorganizing Mobile Reserve, or it is a knee-jerk reaction. I do not know. You understand what I say? So we could see what I go on. So it look like the man them a sacrifice Terence Bent. I don't know. I just ask. Yeah, I ask. Are they sacrificing Terence Bent? I don't know. The next thing. Payton Place. Pick up yourself and brother. We appreciate us up there. Blessings every time. So them block the road and burn up Tyne Road and burn up the road. You understand? Because them said the man was innocent and him not trouble people and he was a good father and good son and good brother and good baby father and them things. So I don't know about. I don't know why we continue to burn up the road and mash it up and then I don't know. Teach, have you not heard this cop saying that they use the radio to call for help? You know, I not hear that part of the interview there still. So if him say that, I don't know. Zane? No, you know, I not talk about that yet, Munchie. Like, I get round to that story. This week has been crazy for me, guys. I was in preparation for my field trip on Friday, among other things, and some things just get mix-ups. I'll probably talk about that. Me probably stream one day in the week, Munchie, if make up for Friday night. So, I don't know. So, I could say, quite a number of them things. Because I wrap up, because I'm hungry. My head hurt me too. You know, my head not small. Jamlad said, Bent a criminal. You understand? Yes, I. Send catching her. I want to go on family a long time. So I'm going to wrap up the thing with this. Women are better at cheating. You know, Sunday we normally, one look at topic or we'll skin with teeth like. When it comes to cheating in a relationship, men are often seen as the ones more likely to go astray. But a study conducted by researchers at the University of Western Australia showed that women are not just as skilled at cheating, they are better at hiding their infidelity than men. According to research, women can judge whether a man is likely to be unfaithful just by looking at his face. Ladies, don't look at my face there. You understand? Yes, I still kind of burn up, but don't look. It'll be clear enough. Me look like somebody who didn't cheat. Put on my puppy face. Why? According to the research, women can judge whether a man is likely to be unfaithful just by looking at his face. But men are less able to spot a cheating woman. Yo, the researchers took a group of 1,500 people and showed them pictures of 118 Caucasian adults, 101 men and 88 women, and asked them if they had been unfaithful to their partners. Respondents were then asked to rank these faces on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is not at all likely to be unfaithful. Then they are 1. And 10 is extremely likely, not so high. You understand? To play the field. The results was that both men and women were accurate in assessing men's, but not women's likelihood to cheat. Prominent physician and author of Sex Plantations, a guide to discussing sex and sexuality in the Caribbean, Dr. Alverston Bailey, said that the results of the study aren't surprising. As a rule, women are far more efficient in covering their tracks if they stray from the straight and narrow, because they are better at verbalizing their feelings and are more emotive. Therefore, more believable. Yeah, may I read that again? Yeah. As a rule, women are far more efficient at covering their tracks if they stray from the straight and narrow, because they are better at verbalizing their feelings and are more emotive. Trick them a trick way. Therefore, more believable. And because of female intuitiveness, they are able to identify acts and behaviors which will trigger jealousy and avoid them, he said. Women are also more physically expressive and therefore generate less suspicion when they flirt. Whoa, this funny. He added, men have always been regarded as potential cheats. And in reality, many men are. But who do they cheat with? Me been asked that question from the day I have sense. Man don't cheat with man. Well, real man not cheat with man. Yeah, we fix up that. See, what you say now? Men have always been regarded as potential cheats. And in reality, many men are. You understand? But who do they cheat with? You understand? In my opinion, both sexes cheat, but women are better at hiding their cheating. However, sexologist Dr. Karen Carpenter said that it is the patriarchal nature of society which causes women to be more careful when cheating. It is not the woman. It is not that woman. I mean, I'll confuse it. Like, you understand? Cheat and cheat and for myself. You understand? It is not that women are better able to hide their cheating. However, women tend to be more discreet because the penalties are greater. Because the way women are described, she said, the way they are seen by the larger society in some instances does not encourage them to make their cheating status known. Yeah, some man a clown and woman in them sorrows and with John. Yeah, that's what I think go be, you know what I think go. The man never stop kill the woman them, but the woman never stop give them life. It's a two-way street. You understand what I say? You know, enough man cheat and regular and then catch a woman a cheat one time, then kill them. Enough fear. You see? But I just... How you think set, bruh? So right now, this basically I say not just no woman. That mean get. That should be titled just no woman. Yeah. Peace. Me I cut it this still. Cause me I cheat myself, me didn't right now. I mean I cheating thing. You understand? And a hungry man is a man will not cheat. Peeps, big up on yourself. I trust that everybody enjoyed the stream tonight. I trust that everybody had a wonderful weekend. My apologies again for not streaming on Friday night. I came home close to about 10 o'clock Friday night. You know what I think go. And then something there. You realize I never upload yesterday, I didn't upload Friday. Well, I upload yesterday morning, but again I'm up on the road the whole day yesterday again. I went back to St. Elizabeth, seeing for the next mission and things. So you know what I think. We are give thanks still, we're tired, fresh out, but you know work have to go on. You understand what I say? And thing. Patsy Brown said, me should have mackerel and pan one, Miss Brown. Well, Miss Brown, you don't rate me. Yeah, Miss Brown? What you really mean? After I no shelf this, mackerel no go up on shelf, man. You understand what I say? So, peeps, big up on yourself, you know. You know what I think go. We're there. Appreciate the continued support and thing. You see, you know what I think go. Have a productive week. You understand? Have something nice to drink. But if you have to drink, don't drive. If you have to drive, don't drink. You understand? One of the guy road left a big old headphone them. Stop separating yourself from an environment. observe people because people observe you. Load them Bluetooth headpiece and them things that people are watching. Keep your phone in your bag and in your pocket. Use them only when you need them. Walk with only the cash where you need. If you ever take public transportation, try to travel in a group. If you cannot travel in a group, know the do's and the don'ts. State the license plate. Send it go get somebody. Describe the car, describe the driver. Tell people you're there. Tell people where you go. Always follow your instinct. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. And trust absolutely no one. You feel what I mean? So the people that want to post, top. Nobody no need for no one there. I won't go. If you need for no, somebody know, text them. The whole world no need for no family. For the people that want to live them relationship on social media, top. Not more for say to no. Peace. Big up on yourself. And me I say Munchipo, Kim Brown, Javon Carty, Miss Patsy Brown. Extra jars to carry. We don't know Miss Patsy Brown that I wanted out. Thanks again, Miss Brown. Really appreciate the contribution. Miss Vanessa Trotman, Romario Toretto, Ken Prosper, Angie E, Miss Sophia Kobe, Kim Brown, Munchi, big up yourself. Daddy Lynch, man I say no. Lawless, big brother, where you dealt with. Gabidan 58. The Royal General, Natasha, Wagwan Empress Walker, hope everything good enough. You know what I mean? Eli Kelly, Tanya Titus, Tanya S, Ruth Daly, Pearly Simpson, Juicy J, and DeAndre Small, Ingrid Theater, Shauna Brown. How can I speak on this? Russian Morris, Miss Millicent Thomas, Matt Dermott, Definite Bar. Hey Dev, how are you? Hope you're okay and I really and truly appreciate the support and hope you're settling well. Then what's in the building? Miss Carlin Vidal, DS Electronics Unlimited. Big up yourself in the youth. K Dennis, Anna Wagwan. Sorry. Finar. Which one am I there now? Gerald P. Who else about? I'm not saying nobody else in anything, yeah. Zane. Anting. I said name them. Rising Stars TV. Crazy Future. Manners are respecting her. Daily Gamer, blessings. You see me? Empress Love, Neil Armstrong, Sandra Bennett, Miss Bennett, big up yourself. Dexter Freemantle. You see me? Crystal Clean, Crystal, big up yourself, you know. You know what I mean? And them things, Miss Delmania Lewis, blessings. All of the people, them big up on yourself, you know, man. Marcia Thomas, you know. You see me? James Bond, big brother, where you deal with you? You know one thing, you know. You know, say I'm manners every time, you know. Junior Lewis. Big up on yourself. Tamara Anderson, Dante Dan, Kanaika Chisholm. You see me? Peeps. You know what thing? Miss Vilma Davis. If anything, 7:30 Friday, make it a date and don't be late. I don't know if I go streaming in the week still. Anthony Summers, big up yourself. You understand? I have some catching up to do because I need to make up the numbers them for over the weekend because we never really get for put in a Just Run TV, big up yourself in the youth. Barry J, manners are respecting another people that I showed you out earlier in the stream. I'm never big enough in a personal. It's just that we just try to limit the name calling at the stream. I try to streamline anything and cut down in time. Lance Crooks, manners are respecting you. You understand me? I say, I'm peeps, you don't know a thing, you know. You say me, I say, you know, Patreon still about, you know, if you want. You know what I mean? Patreon about, PayPal about, is worth me working on a thing. You understand me? I say? Zane, for the people that want something, a phone case, the ladies that want a leggings, a tank top, something. The general them when I look at pullover, a duffel bag, them something there. Cap out 2007 and check out the merch store. See the link there. You understand me? I say something in there for everybody. Some cup, some mug, everything. You understand me? I say, and for the people them who don't know about the second channel, Father Alva Evans, God favor me, bless upon yourself. Please, I'm asking, go and subscribe to the second channel where I show the beautiful side of Jamaica, land we love. Land of food and water. Nothing we not shorter. Jamaica, nah left here. You know what I mean? Peeps, big up on yourself, you know. Walk good. Step with Jah. Blessed Sunday evening. I'm out.